My lord.
Crikey mercy, watchful lords and gentlemen. But you plain a tardy sluggard here.
How have you slept, my lord?
The sweetest sleep and fairest boding dreams that ever entered into drowsy head have I since your departure had, my lords. I thought their souls, whose bodies Richard murdered, came to my tent and cried on victory. I promise you my soul was very jocund in remembrance of so fair a dream. How far into the morning is it, lords?
On the stroke of 4.
Why, then 'tis time to arm and give direction.
All that I have said, loving countrymen, the leisure and enforcement of the time forbids to dwell upon. And remember this, God and our good cause fight upon our side. Richard accepts those whom we fight against and rather have us win than him they follow. For what is he they follow? Truly, gentlemen, a bloody tyrant and a homicide. One raised in blood, and one in blood established. One that made means to come by what he had, and slaughtered those that were the means to help him. One that had ever been God's enemy. And if you fight against God's enemy, God will, in justice, ward you as his soldiers. If you do sweat to put a tyrant down, you sleep in peace, the tyrant being slain. If you do free your children from the sword, your children's children quits it in your age. And in the name of God and all these rights, advance your standards, draw your willing swords. For me, the ransom of my bold attempt shall be this cold corpse on the earth's cold face. But if I try, the gain of my attempt, the least of you, shall share his part thereof. Now sound drums and trumpets boldly and cheerfully. God and St. George, Richmond and victory.
Who saw the sun today?
Not I, my lord.
Then he disdains to shine. Why, the bookisher braved the east an hour ago. A black day will it be to somebody! The sun will not be seen today. Sky to frown and lower upon our army. I would these dewy tears were from the ground. Not shine today. Why, what is that to me more than to Richmond? For the selfsame heaven that frowns on me looks sadly upon him.
Arm, my lord. The foe vaunts in the field.
Come! Bustle! Harrison my horse. Call up Lord Derby. Bid him bring his power. I will lead forth my soldiers to the plain, and thus my battle shall be ordered. My forward shall be drawn out all in length, consisting equally of horse and foot. Our archers shall be placed in the midst. Norfolk shall have the leading of this horse. Now thus directed, we shall follow in the main battle, whose puissance on either side shall be well winged with our chiefest horse. This and St. George to boot. What thinks thou, Norfolk?
A good direction, warlike sovereign. This found I in my tent this morning.
Jockey of Norfolk, be not so bold, for Dickon thy master is bought and sold. A thing devised by the enemy. Go, gentlemen, everyone unto his charge. Let not our babbling dreams affright our souls. Conscience is but a word that cowards use, devised at first to keep the strong in awe. Our strong arms be our conscience, swords our law. What shall I say? More than I have inferred. Remember whom you are to cope withal. A sort of vagabonds, rascals, and runaways. A scum of Bretons and base lackey peasants, whom their o'er-cloyed country vomits forth to desperate adventure and assured destruction. And who doth lead them but a paltry fellow, a milksop, one that never in his life felt so much cold as overshoes in snow. Let's whip these these stragglers o'er the seas again. Lash hence these overweening rags of France. If we be conquered, let men conquer us, and not these bastard Bretons, whom our fathers have in their own lands beaten, fought, and thumped, and in return left them the heirs of shame. Shall these enjoy our lands, lie with our wives, ravish our daughters? Hark! I hear that sound. Fight, gentlemen of England. Fight, bold yeomen. Draw archers, throw your arrows for the head. Spur your proud horses hard, and ride in blood. Amaze the welkin with your broken staves. What says Lord Derby? Will he bring his power?
My lord, he doth deny to come.
Up with his son George's head!
My lord, the enemy is past the marsh. After the battle, let George Stanley die.
1,000 hearts are great within my bosom. Advance our standards! Set upon our foes! Our ancient word of courage, fair St. George! Inspire us with the spleen of fiery dragons! Upon them!